In the world of dance, the standing needle, also known as the standing split, is one of the most visually stunning and technically demanding moves. To the untrained eye, it looks like a sheer feat of flexibility. A dancer lifts one leg sky high, nearly vertical, while the other foot remains grounded and stable. The torso stays upright, poised like a statue, creating a line that seems to defy gravity. But every experienced dancer knows, this move isn't just about flexibility. Behind that moment of grace lies an intricate symphony of body control, where core strength, balance, and muscular coordination all play starring roles. Many beginners, and even some non-professional dancers, focus obsessively on increasing leg flexibility, particularly hip openness, when practicing this move. Of course, without a foundational level of flexibility, the standing needle isn't even on the table. But flexibility alone only gets your leg up. It doesn't keep it there. It doesn't stabilize the rest of your body. And it certainly doesn't make the pose expressive, intentional, or clean. In fact, even dancers with remarkable flexibility often struggle with tilting forward or backward once the leg lifts, shaky balance and visible wobbles, a collapsed or overly arched torso that breaks the line, cheating with momentum rather than mindful control. The root issue behind all these? A lack of core control. The core is the invisible powerhouse behind every well-executed needle. And when we say core, we're not just talking about abs that look good in a crop top. We mean a deep, interconnected system of muscles: the rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, obliques, spinal erectors, multifidus, pelvic floor, and deep glutes. These muscles quietly hold everything together, creating the internal scaffolding that keeps your body upright, steady, and coordinated. Especially in single-leg moves like the standing needle, your core isn't just a helper, it's the anchor. The moment one leg lifts and extends to its full range, your entire center of gravity shifts. Without a strong, intelligent core, it's like trying to balance a tree with shallow roots in a gust of wind. But with a stable core, your body becomes more like a deeply rooted oak, strong, grounded, and poised, even as your limbs reach for the sky. And then there's the foot, the only point of contact between you and the floor. It's tempting to think of it as passive, but it's anything but. The foot is your stabilizer, your shock absorber, and your communicator with the earth. True balance comes not from stiffly planting the foot, but from dynamic engagement, spreading the weight across the heel, the base of the big toe, and the outer edge of the pinky toe. The arch should feel active, the toes alive, not clawed, not limp. Locking the standing knee may feel secure, but ironically, it can lead to instability. A microbend in the knee allows for responsiveness. It lets the muscles absorb shifts, make adjustments, and stay spring-loaded rather than rigid. Think of your foot as not just standing, but conversing with the ground, subtle, alive, and engaged. None of these components work in isolation. The core, the supporting foot, the alignment of the spine, the extension of the lifted leg, they have to operate as one intelligent unit. Like an orchestra, the success of the performance lies in the harmony, not the volume of any single instrument. This is why mastering the standing needle isn't just about doing drills or stretching for hours. It takes time. It takes patience. Most of all, it takes embodied awareness, the kind that doesn't come from mirrors, but from deep listening within. In gymnastics, a standing split might be judged on height and symmetry. In dance, it's more than that. It's a language. The needle isn't just a physical feat, it's a punctuation mark in a sentence of movement, a moment to speak something without words. That's why strength training is just as vital as stretching. Dancers condition stabilizing muscles like the glutes, hamstrings, calves, and deep core, not to bulk up, but to move with control and confidence. Flexibility should be active, not passive. A lifted leg isn't just being yanked into place, it's reaching, expressing, sustaining with intention. To train this level of control, dancers often work on unstable surfaces, close their eyes, or even change breath patterns. Breath, too, is part of the equation. Holding your breath introduces tension. A calm, flowing breath helps regulate movement and energy, keeping the body supple yet strong. Over time, dancers learn to engage in a constant, quiet dialogue with their bodies. What am I feeling in my left glute? Is my ribcage flaring? Can I find more length without forcing it? These questions matter, because it's in asking them that you move from mimicking a shape to truly inhabiting it. That's the real transformation, from technician to artist. When we watch a dancer freeze in a perfect standing needle, on stage, on screen, or on social media, it seems effortless. But that moment is built on hundreds, if not thousands, of imperfect tries. Wobbles. Drops. Sore muscles. Emotional frustration. The choice to keep practicing, even when the mirror doesn't give you the validation you want. Real dancers don't stop at, "I can split." They keep asking, "How clean is my line? Where is my breath? What story am I telling in this stillness?" So next time you're standing in front of the mirror, don't just think, "Can I get my leg higher?" Instead, ask, "Am I truly balanced? Is my core holding this from within? Do I feel powerful or just flexible?" Because in the end, dance isn't about tricks. It's about transformation, of movement into meaning, of effort into art. The standing needle may begin with flexibility, but it ends with self-mastery. And that, truly, is the point where dance stops being exercise and becomes poetry.